I think Joe Drzezinski has a great idea, or it's actually Joe's idea, so I like the idea. It's great. Again, we probably want to dress it up a little bit. Maybe put a little description over here with what exactly we're spending the money on, or why, or whatever the reasons are. So as we go through the motions here, you guys will be able to follow along. This is our first time at the door on this. I just want to caution everybody, so the whole town board has looked at all these bills, along with the clerk, all the departments, the town clerk's office. So it looks like it's pretty impressive, but on the other hand, we just need to, caution everybody. So we can, I don't want to necessarily go through each one of them in detail. I am more than willing to meet anybody afterwards and go through it and talk about exactly what these bills are, why we have it, what it is, etc. Again, we'll try to refine this or improve the process, but I just wanted to touch base with that for everybody so you can follow along as you go through here. All right. So, on the general funds, do I have a motion to approve claims 125 through 149 in the amount of $44,763.59?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Second. All by Mr. Drzezinski. Water fund claims. Do I have a motion that the town board approves claims 49 through 59 for the amount of $3,026.45? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Edwards. Second. Second. Mr. Myers. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. 5 ayes. Town board meeting video contract approval for 6/12. Do I have a motion that Supervisor Joyce review and sign the video professional services contract between Amy Goodrich and the town of Princetown for video recordings of the June 12th town board agenda meeting? Oh, sorry, it shouldn't be agenda meeting, it's the town board meeting, for the total sum of $70. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Opposed.
4 ayes and Mr. Edwards opposes. Motion opened by Mr. Drzezinski and seconded by Mr. Myers. Town board agenda meeting video contract approval for 5/22. The Supervisor Joyce review and sign the video professional services contract between Amy Goodrich and the town of Princetown for video recording of the May 22nd town board agenda meeting for the total sum of $70. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll stay on that one.
I'm gonna have to abstain, I got one.
And I approve. So, Mr. Drzezinski, Mr. Myers, Mr. Joyce approve, and Mr. Edwards and Mr. Esposito abstain. Mr. Joe Drzezinski opened the motion and seconded by Mr. Myers. Schenectady County Highway Contract. Do I have a motion that Supervisor Joyce review and sign the July 1st, 2012 through June 31st, 2001? 30th? 30th. That Supervisor Joyce review and sign the July 1st, 2012 through June 30th, 2013 contract between Schenectady Highway County Department and the town of Princetown. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5 ayes. That was, motion by Mr. Myers and seconded by Mr. Esposito. Schenectady County Highway work. We talked about this a minute ago, that Supervisor Joyce review and sign the 284 agreement contract between Schenectady County Highway Department and Town of Princetown for the following projects. The Princetown Plaza, the Willow Run dip bump repair, the Willow Run Brookside Drive shoulder fill, God bless. Overlook Lane ditching and Brookside Drive new sign. The Willow Run Brookside shoulder fill will be with the, as Superintendent McMyra, with the crusher run for $650. Total will be $6,010.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
5 ayes. Again, opened by Mr. Meyer, seconded by Mr. Jazinski. Public notice for the state of the town. Do I have a motion that the town clerk places a public notice in the Gazette for the first Princetown State of the Town address on Tuesday, June 26, 2012 at 7 p.m.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
To have, all in favor of Princetown?
Aye.
Aye.
5 ayes. Security breach report. What I'd like to do is request that Amos, because Amos came in a couple of times to help out with the, we had a little bit of a breach or some issue in February or so, and then obviously the last one. So I'd like to ask Amos Computers. They did respond to Michelle and her team that Friday, I think it was, or sometime. So, do I have a motion that Supervisor Joyce requests Amos Computer to review and provide a written report on the recent security breaches of the town and courts, computers, and networks?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Just,
Aye.
before we vote, just brief discussion. I guess the only comment I would have is, I would think it would be more objective if we didn't have, if we had an outside, someone who wasn't involved, do the review as opposed to someone, as opposed to our vendor. I'm not questioning on this by any means, I'm just saying from an objectivity perspective, having someone that is not currently, was not involved with us at the time to review it would give us kind of a clearer understanding than asking someone who's
I like the idea.
involved in the process. That's my only comment on it.
I like the idea.
And I think there, it sounds like there's already a review being done, and I'm hopeful that there will be some type of report that will help us. I'm not sure that we need a redundant review, but I'm not opposed to a review. But I just think that we should, I think with our objective, we should get an independent third party to come in.
So if how about if we, all right, how about if we make a motion that I request bids from like Sage or other,
Or just find the 2 or 3 folks that might be able to perform this, that can come in and present to us and pick one. It would remove this from their, we would be kind of putting them in a little bit of a precarious spot, I almost think, by asking them to do this review.
yeah, I agree. I mean, the only person I know that would be getting alerts is Sage, and they're not involved with us, I know. But we can table this if you want, or if you want me to reach out to Sage.
I mean, I don't see the difficulty. I mean, objectivity. I mean, Omnis does our computer. They own the network. They know more about it than anybody else.
Hold on.
Time out.
No, I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
Bob, thoughts?
I'm okay either way we go. If you want outside agency or if you want to go along this. I'm okay with it.
Depends on the cost.
Well, yeah, within reason.
All right, so if it's okay, let me table this. I'll try to get two prices, one from Sage and one from Omnis. And,
I'm sure I could assist with finding your options.
all right. Okay. All right, we'll skip that one then. Town credit card. Do I have a motion that Supervisor Joyce review and apply for 3 sets of credit cards for purchases for the town clerk, buildings, and water departments with NBT Bank? I'm suggesting a credit limit of $2,500 each.
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
5 ayes. Then just for the town's edification, so our other credit card was canceled, so just to make sure, that, you know, the town process and daily operations keep going, I'm gonna apply for a credit card. And then at the next turnover of the town board and or supervisor, there's a process where checkbooks and accounts and all that are turned over to the new supervisor. So at that time, it would just be, the credit card would be reissued in the new team's name, so. Okay. Town personnel policy updates. So, I know Michelle talked about this earlier, and I wanted to touch on it. I wanted to put it on you. Again, I want to be completely open with this. So again, this is about, you know, for myself, is gathering data and making observations over the first 6 months of the year here. What I spoke, I tried to get to everybody today, but again, I know I didn't get to everybody to talk to. My motion here, and although it's not in there, I need to amend it a little bit, is that these suggestions or policy changes just exist for the remainder of this year, and then we'll reassess. Again, I wanted, or we, the board, will work with the town hall staff. We do have a employee policy committee chaired by Mr. Esposito. So we will be looking into, as Michelle had suggested, that, you know, maybe there's a consensus of the staff's opinions on some of this. But a couple of these are just some, again, for some observations that, again, I've watched for, you know, for the first 6 months here. So one of them is the town policy says everybody can eat lunch at their desk, and that way you keep town hall open. Well, my observation is on Thursdays, as that doesn't happen. Thursdays, pretty much everything kind of stops. Everybody goes in, they sit, you know, for an extended time. And just when I look around at other townships, you know, Waynesburg, Rotterdam, they all shut their doors for an hour. Again, this helps, you know, allows the teams to do personal runs, personal errands if they need to, and then take a relaxed lunch. And then there's no discrepancy about whether they're being paid or not being paid, or being productive or not. The next piece is no telecommuting. So this, I think, is being fair across the board to everybody, to the staff in town hall. I think in this day and age, everybody takes work home. But if there's been some personnel that have been reporting their timesheets and saying, you know, I worked this many hours. When I observed that they weren't, the answer was, well, they were telecommuting. So it's in fairness to everybody. And second part of that is, if they're there, then the window should be open again. It's service to the public, not necessarily, you know, to anything else. I'm not saying, you know, and the resolution's gonna read that prior written permission. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, you know, if there's a project they're gonna work on, great, you can go home and work. If they're having a disease or something, or a cold or something, that they're, you know, they're gonna come in and share it with the town staff, then, you know, I encourage that they telecommute. But as a general rule, I'm asking that no telecommute without town supervisor's prior written permission. I'm also asking that timesheets and expense voucher be submitted weekly. Right now, as the staff knows, and maybe the public doesn't know, the timesheets and expense vouchers are submitted monthly. I'm not sure how about everybody else, but there's times that I can't remember what I did yesterday. So to go back 30 days, 28 days and go, what was I doing on you know, May 1st, May 2nd, I just find it's a challenge. So again, for the remainder of the year, I'm suggesting that timesheets and expense vouchers be submitted weekly. There's going to be a little bit of process issues we need to work out, but this is also, I'm asking is that each timesheet and expense voucher have, you know, detailed information of what the staff had accomplished that week. Again, this is going to help when we do the analysis of the staff come budget time. And that's the last bullet really, is an effort to provide detailed analysis of town operations and professional service, and in preparation for the 2013 budget process, all personnel submit timesheets and are an accounting of their time. That includes hourly and salaried people, hourly and salaried personnel, department heads, elected officials, and the board chairs. I'm expecting everybody to step up and tell us what we're doing. As we did tonight with the town council, the expectation is the town council will step up and say, this is what we've done for the town today. Again, my thought is, you know, the town, the residents are paying everybody, and that includes, well, includes everybody on the staff, including the council, including the boards, to do some work. So I think it's only fair that they provide an accounting for their time. So, and again, this will only, I need to rewrite this, that the following general town hall policies be updated as follows, for a term to expire on 12/31, 2012. So, is there any discussion, or do I have a motion?
I have some discussion points.
Okay.
I think that Michelle's suggestion is spot on. I think that the personnel policy is something that has been discussed as far as being amended now for quite a long time. You know, I was asked to assist someone else over the recent past and provided some work and ideas on specific points in the personnel policy. But I think that it should be done in a more comprehensive fashion. You know, picking a handful of things to address lends the appearance that you are targeting specific individuals because you're addressing certain things but not addressing other things that have been observed over these past several months. For example, tonight we've heard evidence of communications that have been sent out by employees that were harassing, hostile, and in any other business would be deemed inappropriate and grounds for dismissal. But we've not heard anything about the board taking issues and addressing any of those things, which would be comprised in our personnel policy as far as documenting actions that would be considered inappropriate by an employee and outlining punitive steps that could be taken to make sure that we're fostering the right culture here at Town Hall and creating a comfortable work environment for everybody. To me, that's a lot more urgent and important than somebody eating their salad at their desk. So I would like to take Michelle up on her suggestion, and I think we owe it to everybody that works for the town that we look at it more comprehensively and not just pick one thing or two things or 6 things. That would be my comment.
All right.
I think it's you know, it's a start, but I just think it should go further.
I am open to further. So,
Well, can I say something?
absolutely.
I mean, with respect to Michelle's comment, I mean, it makes sense to wait and talk about it some more, fine. But it seems to me, I remember before I became involved with the town, there were days I'd come down to the town, there'd be a handwritten note, town hall posted. And there seemed to be little discipline for when the town was open and functioning. So all this is saying is it's just lending a certain schedule for the town. That seems to make sense to me. And I don't think it's singling out anybody. I think it's just, we don't have that many people working here. So, you know, I respect Michelle's opinion. I think if it makes sense to wait, talk about it some more, fine. But I don't think any of this here is restricted or singling out anybody. It's just says, hey, this is what our policy is. And that's my opinion.
Absolutely.
I think this is a good first step. Like, if we're looking to streamline government and rein in spending, we think that there's, and I'm not saying that there is abuses, but this is a first good step as far as asking for timesheets to be submitted on a weekly basis. How else are we supposed to know what everybody's doing? Not saying that there's any abuse in it, but if government now is, all eyes are on government as far as dollars that are being spent. And if we're looking to streamline or we're looking to save money in any way,